Ooh. Better just stop that before I play any music that gets a copyright. Yes, there we go. There we go. Just set things up just there and give people all the chance to join. Alright, we got one person already. So, yeah, I guess I'll just start, and if I need to reiterate, I will. So, hello everyone. This is, as the title says, the obligatory live stream talking about the well-rumoured, well, I say rumoured, leaked 12th Doctor and Davros setting, thanks to a shop in Australia which sells the B&M figures. An Australian was actually able to see these. They got these in early, but according to being sourcing that from B&M, according to them, that we're supposed to get these in November time. I'm gonna guess early November, mid-November at the very latest, because they're gonna want to get these out before Christmas. But this also means that more than likely then that we can pretty much safely assume that the Ace and Imperial Dalek set will also be coming out. Now, it's most likely, I'm going to guess it's going to be a destroyed Imperial. If it's a regular Imperial, then great, happy days. But I'm going to guess it's going to be a destroyed Imperial, and they'll save the regular Imperial for a History of the Daleks set. So, yeah. But, yeah, this got announced, and I'm just going to, before I go into the chat, I'm just going to go over my overall thoughts on this. So, the 12th Doctor's mainly, again, just a slight repaint from the previous variant. So if you got the original version, yeah, not really much to say on that. I know a lot of people aren't really fussed on the Witch's Familiar set. So as I'm, not as fussed, I will still definitely get it. But yeah, I'm just less fussed on it. The Davros is more interesting to me personally, because I was interested to see what they were going to do, and yeah, they've done exactly what I thought they'd done. They haven't given him a new head sculpt, which is ideally what I would have wanted, because Time Malloy there, Julian Bleach has a completely different mask in The Witch's Familiar, which looks a lot more like Terry Malloy's. It's a lot saggier, a lot more wrinkled, and it's not made of the same sort of silica gels that the previous mask was made out of. There are bits of it there, but it is very different when you compare the two of them. Though they have painted it up to kind of look a little bit like it, though not really. To be honest, they've painted it a really, I don't know, almost grey-brown colour, which is really weird. It's not accurate to either mask, really, in terms of colour. However, what is the chair, which is a lot more vibrant, the black. On the previous original release, it was more of a charcoal black. This one is more of a jet black finish, and the hemispheres are a lot, appear to be, at least in photos, appear to be either glossy or a lot more metallic looking, which is how the chair looked like after it had had a repaint for Witch's Familiar. So, yeah, overall, this one is a nice one, and it is nice if you didn't pick up, if you weren't able to get the original Davros release, which isn't really that rare. It's rare if it's boxed. They can go for quite a bit, but the figure itself, the Julian Beach Davros, you can find loosely on eBay for pretty much, under a tenner normally, especially if it's part of a job lot. So, so anyway, I'll just go to the chat and answer some questions. So, the Monks of Monsters says, wait, this is real? Yes, it is real. It is real. They have come out in Australia already. Now, in Australia, they are $80, which, if you don't know your currency conversion, that is about £40. And that's roughly how much they are in America, £40, which essentially the B&M sets are double the price in the US and in Australia. So yeah, they are pretty expensive over there. Stephen Andrick Lincoln. I'm going to probably pronounce that incorrectly. But yeah, the leg shrink was... I mean, to be honest, it wasn't really a leg shrink. It was a credible rumour because it came from a US site that was selling the B&M sets, and it was basically leaked out on there. So we basically knew they were coming, so it was just a matter of time. I guess that either we would get them by November, or if not, it would be early next year. And lo and behold, we're getting them in November, so I was right on that front. And they are going to be B&M exclusive, so yeah, they're not going to be exclusive to character, they are going to be exclusive to B&M, which, excuse me, for me is good, because it means that they're going to be £20 rather than £25, which I imagine what they probably would have been if they were on characters' websites, so generally it means they're a bit cheaper. So yeah, there is a mistake, Silvery. It does say 1988, which is a typo. So I'm going to wonder if the Remembrance set says 2015. I don't know. But yeah, there is a known typo on it, which is known to them, and apparently it was just something that was just completely overlooked, unfortunately. So, does it bother me? Nah. To be honest, in a way, it's actually, to be honest, I kind of prefer it, because at least it makes it a little bit, the writing on the box at least a bit interesting. That has a mistake on there, but yeah, whether it'll just be, you know, an initial batch that have them, or all of them will have it, don't know. I reckon if they do a second batch, then they'll probably fix it with that, maybe, don't know. Moxer says, hang on, it says, yeah, 1888, just answered. Arthur Brilling? What's happening about the Imperial set? No idea, but it's safe to assume that if this has come out, then the Imperial will come out. But again, it'll probably be the Destroyed Imperial with Ace. Also, the 12th Doctor figure, something a little bit disappointing is that there's no sonic screwdriver or any accessory. Now, I know, in which is familiar, he technically doesn't have the sonic screwdriver by this point, although it does appear briefly in a flashback. Or even if he came with his his late Series 9/10 Sonic. You know, that would have been nice if they'd just done that, but unfortunately no such luck. Which is a shame, because they're going to be including, apparently, the rocket launcher with Ace, according to the leak that was on the US site. So it would be nice if they included that, because again, this is the same price as the 2 Dalek sets. So, you know, it would be nice if they just included something. You know, it would have been nice if they just included a Sonic. You know, just please, something. But they haven't, unfortunately, which, again, is a little bit of a shame, because these are not, you know, that. Anyway. Stephen and I'm not going to pronounce your last name again, because I'll be here all day. It seemed like the dates for Ace and Axe are flipped. Yeah, they could be flipped, or they could be the same, that they just did a minor typo at the factory. So the thing that makes this Davros unique from the other one that I didn't say before, first of all, the head, it's got more of a grey finish to it. It's almost a brownish grey colour, which is really weird because it shouldn't be that. Technically, it should be a new head sculpt, because he has a different masking, which is familiar, which is more similar to Time Lords. But the main thing is the base of the chair. The original one was a charcoal black, this one's a jet black, and the hemispheres are more metallic. It's got that more metallic sort of silvery finish, like the Daleks and the Silver Nemesis Cybermen have been getting, which is more accurate to which is familiar, because the chair was brought out from of storage and that, and was repainted. So yeah, but other than that, not really much else to say on those regards there. So it's basically kind of it for that. There's not an awful lot to talk about this one, really, but we do know that it is going to be coming to B&M. And the main reason we knew this is because B&M, I think, confirmed it, and also the limited edition sticker, which is something that only B&M actually, require. They actually request it, which is why the American versions of sets don't actually have it. So yeah, so basically why. Oh yeah, that is my webcam. There we go. So yeah, but basically that's so I'll put my webcam on for things. But obviously, you've still got these, which History of the Dark Sex 3 and 4. But I will say though, if you are planning on getting any of the October releases for the B&M sets, I would recommend you get your running shoes on, because B&M have announced that the batch that they've got out right now, that is it. They're not ordering anymore, so basically what they've got in stores now and in their warehouses, that's basically all they've got. So if you haven't got any of the, History of the Dark Sex 3 or 4, or grab it just down here, a 5th Doctor TARDIS, or obviously the units. I'm not going to grab all them out, but if you haven't got any of them, then I recommend you go and get them now, particularly the Dalek sets. I would focus your efforts on getting the Dalek sets first, because they're always the first to go. They're always the first to be out of stock. 3 packs will remain. You can basically, wait on the 3 packs. Heck, maybe even wait for a price drop. I'm hoping in November that B&M actually do reduce the price on Black Friday, because they usually do. They usually reduce the price on Black Friday, either to £15 or £13. So I'm hoping they do. I would like to pick up a second 5th Doctor TARDIS from the Visitation, just a one to keep sealed. And I might even pick up a 3rd one just as a backup, just in case anything happens to that one, because I do really like that 5th Doctor TARDIS. It's probably one of my favourite ones, actually. If it wasn't for them doors being fucking bent. Great, happy days for that. So, yeah, overall, these, the 12th Doctor and Davros, and the 8th and Imperial, they will be the last of this year. They will. They won't be, unless Character Online pull something completely mad like they did last time and just, announce something a couple of weeks before it's due to be released, then I doubt we'll see anything else. Mainly because of Christmas, they want to get everything out before December. That's basically kind of the rule in retail, if you want your product to sell, then you get it out in November at the very latest. Because, once you hit December, it's a bit late, then generally people are kind of frantic in the Christmas rush. So unless you brought it out at the very, very start of December, then, yeah, no, you want to basically beat, the Christmas rush, which is like late November and throughout December, essentially. So I think after this point, we'll probably get revised sets in probably February, late February, early March, like we did this year. And I'm willing to bet that they probably won't be revised History of the Dalek Sex 3 and 4, I'm going to guess. Because I'm going to guess that they're going to be History of the Dark Sex 5 and 6. And the reason is that's the last of the 60s ones, so they can then move on to the 70s ones. Because, to be honest, for Power and Evil, they are very similar. The releases are very similar, so there's not the hugest amount of differences. So I'm going to hazard a guess that they'll probably do them instead of revising them. I mean, they might surprise me if they do revised ones, then I'll probably pick them up if they actually fix the issues that they created. Or should I say you created, Aldoar? Yes, Aldoar. You created an issue that wasn't a fucking issue in the first place. But I'm going to hazard a guess that's probably going to be the case. If not, then yeah. But we definitely will see 70s sets next year. Definitely see 70s sets. Definitely see Day. Definitely see Planet. And maybe if they do, those, if they do 5 and 6 at the start of the year, then we might even get 6, 9, and 10, which would be Death and Genesis. Possibly. But we'll see, who knows, they might surprise us and do an even bigger wave next year. I doubt it, because I do have a source that tells me that the only reason why the wave is bigger this year than it has been last year or in previous years is because of COVID basically breaking the wave up, essentially. And since the wave was going to be broken up, I think they decided that they were just going to add more things to the wave. Can I do that? At least I heard. It could be completely wrong, obviously, but it does seem fairly credible from what I've heard. Anyway, I'll go back to the chat here. So, am I disappointed with these sets? The 12th Doctor and Davros one, not really disappointed, just kind of just like, it's just kind of like a set, you know, it's nice, it looks nice enough, but it's pretty much exactly what I expected from them, so I'm not really fussed either way. Personally, you know, obviously I'm looking more forward to the Remembrance, Ace, and Imperial Dalek set, but yeah, no, not really fussed, but I will still pick it up nonetheless. Slotty Potty, okay, that's an interesting YouTube channel. My dad collects these and has the Davros one that just came out. Has the Davros one just come out? Oh, has the Davros one? Ah, right, okay. The Davros set, the Witches Familiar set, hasn't come out yet in the UK, but it will be coming out in November. Now, I am going to try my B&M on Friday, mainly because it'll be my birthday on Friday, and I'll be going to B&M anyway that day. But, yeah, I'll have a look, but we're probably going to get wind of when it's going to be released. And if it's a Monday, if they say the release date is going to be a Monday, then it's probably going to be a Thursday or a Friday beforehand. Because it always is, at least in my B&M. Obviously, it varies from B&M to B&M. It just depends when they get their deliveries in. You calling me Mekaz? I'm getting that channel name right. Hey, hello. Do you ever get recognised in public? I've only gotten recognised in public about 3 times I can recall off the top of my head. The first time was when, at least from people like I didn't know, generally like complete strangers, because obviously at the time there were people in my school who obviously knew I did it, so they recognised me even though I didn't personally know them. But I remember there was once a couple of people who came off a bus, who were stepping off a bus as I was getting on, and they recognised me, but you know, I was busy getting on the bus. There was another person I remember who was doing some filming with some people. I think it was for college work, and they asked me, "Oh, will you be?" One of the guys recognised me, and they said, "Oh, will you be in this? Will you be in this?" And I declined because I didn't have a clue what it was. So I just declined. And then there was another person who just said, "Oh, hi, Loto is in Grange Market." But yeah, they're the only 3 encounters I've really had, at least I can remember. So which, you know, the last one was, I think, just over a year ago. So it's not an often occurrence. Generally, yeah. Can you shout out my mate Pat Keys? There you go, Pat Keys. I have no idea who you are, but your friend asked me to shout you out, so there you go. I don't know whether that'll make a difference, but if it does, then hooray. Arthur Billing says, if we don't get the Mutant Scoop Dalek in History 5, what 2 Daleks do you think we will get? I highly doubt we'll get the Mutant Scoop. And I've said this before, the 2 Daleks I reckon we probably will get is a regular, you know, sort of power Dalek with the gun and everything, and then a one without the gun, with just the hole in it, kind of like the 4th Doctor Genesis release from the Dr. Dalek 2 packs from Toys R Us back in 2014. So I reckon it'll be something like that. Maybe the gun will be packaged separately. Dunno. Either that or it'll literally just be 2, you know, Troughton Daleks, though I doubt it. They'll probably do one without the gun. And then, you know, for History 6, we'll obviously get an Emperor's Guard re-release. Hopefully this time everything will be right about it. And we'll probably get either an Alpha, Beta, or Omega. Or maybe a Dalek with the pupil. Don't know. We'll see. James Sutton, have you ever thought about being... What was that? Thailand bound, was it? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so Thailand bound? I don't know what that means. Thank you, can you shout out Annie Gur? There you go, Annie Gur. Annie Gur. Sounds like the name of a bear. Annie Gur. Oh, Thailand. Alright. Thailand bound. What the hell does that mean? They're getting Thailand bound. Bound to Thailand? No. I'm happy living in England, in the northeast of England. Alpha Bing. Putting in a Dalek without a gun sounds really pathetic. Well, it's been done before. And to be honest, with power, it kind of makes sense. If you have one with the gun and one without the gun. As long as they include the gun as an accessory, so if you want to pop it in, you can. But it would be nice if they include that as an accessory. But yeah, though generally when you do pop the gun in, then you can't really get it out without taking the Dalek fully apart, which is a bloody nightmare. Doctorus Prime, hi all. Haven't been here a while. It's not been that long since the last live stream, really. It's been a bit of time. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time. No, just taking a break because I was doing an audiobook on my other channel for Halloween. I wrote another Scooby-Doo audiobook, for those who don't know. Scooby-Doo and the Red Devil Demon, which the 3rd chapter actually gets released today. So yeah, if you want a darker Scooby-Doo, then go to my Six Sec Productions channel, where you can listen to that and have a darker tale, which, yeah. But yeah, generally Halloween is pretty soon, and I want to go to B&M actually to get some fake blood, because at B&M it's actually the cheapest, only 50 pence. I know it's coming useful. Did you really send bodily fluid to Captain Jimmy Pie? Oh yes, I've got to talk about this. Oh, this is funny. So no, I did not send bodily fluid to Captain Jimmy Pie. In fact, actually, no, I'll get my phone up. Actually, no. I'll get Twitter open. Hang on. I'll get Twitter open. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll get Twitter open, and I'll show you what I sent Mr. Jimmy Wolf, who actually is one of the characters in my Scooby-Doo audiobook. Yeah, he is one of the characters in it. And what happens to him, well, in it, you know, I did it to take the piss. So I did it for the right reasons. Where the hell are my messages on the... God, I don't know how. Sorry, I'm just having a look at this. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just share my screen. There we go. So, here on the left here, this is what sorry, on the right here, this is what I sent Captain Jimmy Pie. And he was not happy about it. So I know what it looks like, but it's not. What it is if I put my camera actually back on, I can show you. But if I what it is it's literally my 2 fingers with some white soap between them. And I did do this late at night, so I was only kind of half-ish awake. Some people may say you probably shouldn't have done that, but I thought it was funny. So I did it. He immediately blocked me, and actually tweeted about it. He didn't mention my name though, and people actually asked him, who is this person you are talking about? And he said, oh, I will not mention this person. And the thing is, like, well done, Captain Jimmy Pie, you're learning. Because he's now realised every time he mentions my name, he thinks that people are going to unsubscribe and go all the way. Where in reality, most of the time it brings more people in because it gives me a bit of recognition. But yeah, I did that for a joke. To take the piss. Because I always take the piss. So, yeah. So that's basically to answer that question. Yeah. Arthur Billing. What of the 3 packs do you want to see in the next wave? Monsters. Just monks. Like, bring back some monsters. Like, I don't care if it's Cybermen, a revised fucking Songtaring, so it's like the original release, that'd be nice. Even a Sill figure would be nice, actually, if they managed to do that. They could technically do it, because it's mostly a Rotocast figure. But yeah, I miss having monsters in the 3 packs. That's what I miss the most. I miss having monsters in them. Just because it just feels a bit boring and a bit repetitive to just have, companion after companion figure. I mean, it's nice to have nonetheless, but it just gets a bit boring and a bit repetitive. I'm seeing that while looking at several releases of Dalek sets. But Daleks are Daleks, you can't have too many of them. But yeah, basically monsters. Like, the monster sets have always been my favourites, before, obviously, Dalek sets and TARDIS sets came about. Yeah. You call all mechanics. Can you sing some of your B-Tech Boys live for us? No, not really, because otherwise I'll throw out my vocal cords at the minute. Yeah. I thought it was a little bit sore at the minute, because it is being cold and wet when I've been out today, so sorry for that. Maybe one day. It's your favourite song. I actually wrote that on some true experiences of being in a BTEC IT class in 6th form, actually. How many sets did you get of the October wave? Let's count, shall we? So, the thing is though, whatever I say now won't actually technically be true. Because I'm getting some more for Christmas. So, whatever I say now will not be true by Christmas. I'm at least getting another History of the Dark set 3 for Christmas, so whatever I say now won't be true. But so if I've got 1, 2, 3 History of the Dark set 3s, 1, 2, 3 History of the Dark set 4s, and then 1 5th Doctor TARDIS, 1 Terror of the Zygon set, and 1 Companions in the 3rd and 4th Doctor set. So there you go. there you go. And I don't really plan to get any more. I've kind of had my fill. And I've done basically, you know, I got them because I love Daleks. I do love to army build. And it meant also I could make, like this one here, the different eye stalks variation from that. But yeah, that's how many I've got. So if you were to count them all out of X, I would have 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 so far in total. Though again, I know for definite I'll be getting a 10th because I'll be getting another History of the Galaxy set 3 for Christmas. Maybe more. I don't know. Oh, I've gone too far. James Sutton, do I have a soap fetish? No. And I know what video you're referring to. You're referring to my Happy Easter 2013. So, no, I don't have a soap fetish. That is actually... I think that's my... No. That is one of only 2 requested videos I've ever done. And this was because I was talking to some friends at school. And I was basically asking them, you know, what should I do for an Easter special? You know, what mad, crazy thing I could do for an Easter special. And I think I was talking about this bar of soap. I was talking about how I'd been to Mallorca and we'd gotten this, you know, this massive bar of soap. So they already knew that. And one of them just said, oh, you should try and eat the bar of soap. And I said, all right. The problem was the bar of soap was too big for my mouth. So I kind of ended up just trying to scrape bits off with my teeth, which looked like I was sucking off a bar of soap. So yeah, the school actually, I was at the high school I was at, actually called me away from all my classes one day and actually asked me, Ryan, are you doing porn videos? Which, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But I did find it hilarious, and I was really struggling to keep a straight face when I was asked by my head of year that. But no, I do not. I do not have a soap fetish. I do have a furry fetish though. Dr. Prime says, dude, sick sec. I thought you were a decent YouTuber. Yeah, well, you were wrong. You were wrong. I've never called myself a decent YouTuber. I've called myself though an honest YouTuber. I will always say what I think, despite, you know, whether people like it or not, because sometimes people don't like it. I will always give my honest opinion on anything. So that's basically just how I do things. I always just give an honest opinion. Because to be honest, if I'm lying, then who am I lying to? Myself more than anyone else, which I can't stand, and I hate. I can't stand censorship as well, or sugarcoating things. Like, you know, if something's wrong, prime example, I will immediately point it out for it, and I will not give it any slack for it. Not at all. Now, if it's something minor that couldn't be helped, or something they just couldn't flat out do in that, then that might be a different case. For example, I'm not gonna, you know, give this sculpt is inaccurate for this Sarah Jane figure, because I know that of budgetary concerns that, you know, it's either this or nothing. So in that sense, yes, if I can see that, you know, when they've put the maximum amount of effort into there, then that does count towards something. But if it's half-arsed, or they're just doing something for the sake of it, which doesn't have to happen, then yeah, I'm going to point it out. Of course I'm going to point it out. James Sutton, after Deep Throat in the Bar Something 20, yeah, I know that. Arthur Billing, Dr. Prime, I only got the 2 Dalek sets because I usually wait for the 3-pack to go down. How about you? Okay, that's asking you killer. James, hang on. This is Lennon, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, okay. I thought so. Have you ever considered doing OnlyFans? No, and never will I. For one, I don't charge for content. Doctor's Prime. From where have I gone? Okay, that's just them talking to each other. It's Void of Star. Exotham. Hans Billing says, yes, it's a shame I've only been able to get a few B&M sex where there been no Doctor Who sex at all, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, generally a lot of the time you do have to shop around. You do have to shop around. When they first come out, generally you do have to shop around a bit. If you wait like a week after they initially come out or so, then generally you'll be fine for the most part. Again, depends what B&M depends. But, you know, always go to the larger stores. Go to the largest, biggest B&M you can find. Like, if it's the one with a garden centre, then you're basically A-okay with that. But, yeah. Basically, always just go to the biggest B&M store in your area. Doctor's Prime says, there have been many reports of the Doctor Who site where there have been areas which are void of stock. Okay. Arthur Benning, 6 sec. Now that they are doing Doctor/Dark Companion 2 packs, what other sects in the line do you think we'll see? I think we will probably see more Davros releases. More than likely, classic Davros releases. I would love to see that Emperor Davros re-released. Please, re-release that Emperor Davros. But, you know, other than that, I don't know. Again, it might be an excuse to do a Sil release again. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe an Asylum re-release. I'm not really sure, because I mean, other than Davros's and that Destroyed Imperial, it's basically gonna be Daleks and stuff that doesn't fit into the History of the Dalek set line, really. So, aka Davros's, Destroyed Imperials, stuff like that. That, you know, wouldn't really fit in a History of the Daleks set line, and kind of can just go on its own. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, a lot of the time, I don't really like aimlessly predicting things. And the reason is because you can predict things to the cows come home, you know. Generally, a lot of the time, you'll probably be wrong. Like, with History of the Dark Sex, it's easy to predict what they are because, well, there's only so many things it can be. It will be one of these things, because we know what the line is. Same with TARDIS sets. You know, I predict that next year we will most likely get an 8th Doctor TARDIS. And I'm gonna hazard a guess that we might get a 1st Doctor TARDIS. Or possibly a 7th Doctor one. There you go. There's my betting for next year. We're most likely going to get an 8th Doctor TARDIS, because that's the only other major one that they haven't done. And I'm willing to bet that we'll probably get a 1st Doctor TARDIS or possibly a 7th Doctor TARDIS. Or both. Or all three, who knows. But yeah, I'm going to hazard a guess at that. Now, with the 1st Doctor, there's an easy variant to do. There's the variant, because the variant that we've got out now is actually from the pilot episode. So, basically, the main difference will be, with the actual finished prop, is there'll be there's more layers of paint on there, which they obviously will not do, because it'll be moulded in a plastic. But The St. John's ambulance bag should be mostly covered up, but also mainly, which is quite obvious, the window frame around the pull to open sign should be blue and not white on that one. So that is a nice, easy variant they could do, and it'd be a nice re-release of the cloaked William Hartnell release, which we only got 2 releases of, which were pretty much released back to back in 2010, I think, off the top of my head. One may have came out in late 2009, but yeah, basically that's it. Excuse me. Yeah. You calling me Macrez says, would you rather have... Okay, this might be Lennon, actually. I read all the comments out, so if you don't like them, then cover your ears, precious little kiddies. He asks me, would you rather have intercourse with a goat and nobody knew, or have intercourse with a goat and everybody knew you did it? I mean, for one, I don't want to have intercourse with a goat. For one, so I'd rather neither. But since it's a would you rather question, I will answer it. So if I was forced to, I'd rather no one knew. Because to be honest, then I wouldn't have to know. And I could more easily forget it. So there you go. Blah blah. Doctor's Prime says, mate, my local B&M store stocked up on the July 6 earlier this month. Yeah, that'll probably be the last stock they'll have. I'm gonna move this. Oh, there we go. That'll most likely be the last stock they'll get for this year. I doubt they'll get any more, especially with them saying that they're not get any more stock of the October sets. Doesn't mean the October sets are just going to vanish overnight. It's just going to be like basically whatever they've got in the warehouses and delivered already now. Like, that'll be basically it. Rotherville says, I don't think they'll make a 7th Doctor Emperor Davros set would cost £20. Yeah, I mean, I doubt they will. I said I doubt they will. I hope they will, but I doubt they will. If they do, I reckon it'll probably be a Character Online exclusive. But if they do, I will be over the moon. But they probably won't. But, they've surprised me before, so... Popcash1974 says, I kind of gone off collecting the figures with all these cheap sets with the reviews parts and that aren't accurate. I can see why, but because compared to stuff we were getting before we were either getting nothing or just kind of shovelware, almost. Yeah. He then goes on to ask, like the companion sets, great with the head sculpts, stuck on the bad bodies. Not really. To be honest, they work fine. And before people ask, I doubt they would be much different. If they were Forbidden Planet exclusive, because people go on saying, "Oh, the Forbidden Planet exclusive." The Forbidden Planet exclusive reused parts all the time. It was infamous for reusing parts. So B&M sets reusing parts is nothing new. They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for the past decade. So no. Very rarely would you see a brand new figure in a Forbidden Planet set, and if you did, normally the set was either expensive or they plan to re-release it down the line. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired there. But yeah, generally that was kind of that. So, yeah, I think the questions now have pretty much Oh no, we got another. Arthur Billing says, design a 3-pack of your favorite Dalek story. It has to include 2 non-Dalek characters we haven't seen before, and a new Dalek variant. Don't restrict yourself and not incorporating the new tooling. Design a 3-pack of yours favorite Dalek story. It has to include 2 non-Dalek. I actually thought of this before. A Terra Firma set with the Emperor Davros from that one, because in Terra Firma, the Emperor Davros is silver. A Charlie Pollard. And either an 8th Doctor or a standard Dalek. Well, a 60s Dalek, but with a circle. In the circular in the midsection. Because on the cover they actually use Product Enterprise Daleks, so they actually had the inaccurate circle. So, there you go. Stephen, last name I won't bother to pronounce because I'll be here whole day. They could also release Wargames TARDIS. The Wargames TARDIS. With the Hartnell figure and just add the scene shot. Yeah, but to be honest with Hartnell, it should be a lighter blue. Or actually, more of an actual blue. It should be more of a blue colour. I think Troughton's is darker. Yeah. Since it later appears. You're calling me because you missed my question out. What question? No, I didn't. I answered your last question about that fucking goat. If you didn't listen, then I'm not repeating it. Jake B. Victor of the Daleks could do a 3 set easy. It could, but I doubt they will. Here's the thing with Victory of the Daleks. Will they re-release all 5 paradigms? I doubt it. I seriously doubt. They might, but I doubt they'll re-release all 5 paradigms. If I was to hazard a guess, they'll probably do 3. Maybe. They'll probably do a set with a Drone Dalek and an Ironside, and then one with the White Supreme paradigm, and I don't know, maybe the Scientist, or maybe even the Underhenge variant. And I doubt they'll do all of them. They might, but I doubt it. Plus, paradigms, if you were buying them loosely, they're not that difficult to come across, and they're not that expensive. If you want them boxed, brand new boxed, then yeah, you're going to be looking at a bit more money, so yeah. Hello, Dalek Apocalypse. So yeah, actually, you know what? Let's go on to some Halloween recommendations, actually. I'll get to that question in just a second. But, yeah, so something I'll probably listen to on Halloween, because it's a really good story. It's my favourite Big Finish, and it's a really good story to listen to on Halloween, is Master, which is the 49th? Yes, it's the 49th release out of the Big Finish main range, which you can buy for $2.99 if you don't have it. Or, if you have Spotify, you can listen to it for nothing. Because it is on Spotify. So yeah, that is a really good song. Pretty, timely appropriate, really. Yeah. I mean, some films I'm been watching, I've rewatched all of the Chucky films, which I love. Oh dear. I just dropped a fork on the floor. But yeah, I do love Halloween. I really do love Halloween. Yeah, it means a lot to me. Plus, it's the day after my birthday, so, you know, maybe that explains a lot. Oh, not at all, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to grab a drink, actually. This video is not brought to you by Iron Brew Extra, though it bloody well should be. Oh, when you talk for nearly an hour, you do get thirsty. Excuse me, Jake B. The Russell T Davies era is going to be a lot of bronze Daleks. Yes. Yes, it is, but then again, good for army building. I mean, imagine if they, you know, decided to do the entirety of the Cult of Skaro. I'm gonna bet they probably won't. They probably won't. They'll probably do Dalek Sec. Finally get a UK release of the accurate sculpted Dalek Sec, and probably one of the members of the Cult of Skaro. I'm guessing it's gonna be a Dalek Thay, because characters seem to love Dalek Thay more than any other fucking Dalek, because he's had so many bloody releases between 2007 and 2009 in a very short amount of time. Believe me. But, you know, stuff like the Supreme Dalek, the red and gold Supreme Dalek, that'd be nice to see a re-release that. And, you know, Standard Bronx Arcs, never dull moment there. And you've got Emperor's Guards to re-release, maybe even a one with the Sensor Arm if they decide to do that. They won't do a Damaged Galaxy, though. They might, slim possibility that they might do an Assault Dalek, very slim though. Other than that, on that, you know, there's various others that they could do. Oh, Arthur Billing, here we go. I just saw the first line of this question. I know you don't like the 13th Doctor era, and then there's gonna be a drum roll, please. But if you were made showrunner for Series 13, what would you change and improve about the show? And keep in mind, you can't change the TARDIS team or Jodie. Well, for one, the TARDIS team will be changing anyway, because I can't remember the actors' names, so I'm just going to call them Ryan and Graham will be leaving in the festive special, as they call it, because you're not allowed to call it a Christmas special, because that's what it was supposed to be. Even though, you know, you've got the Mrs. Brown's Boys still calling it a Christmas special, which the BBC apparently don't like. But they'll keep on anyway because it gets views, because, you know, that matters most. In some cases. But what would I change? Well, what I would do immediately, I would retcon the Timeless Children and say that it was just the Master fucking with the Doctor. And the thing is, though, that is perfectly plausible. That is easily plausible, because there's no other evidence for it otherwise. You can literally just say the Master was just manipulating and fucking with the Doctor, so I basically say that. And what I would do is bring back two-parters properly, but also have them much better structured. I'd have them a lot better structured, you know, make them feel like, you know, you're not just waiting for a cliffhanger. It actually does have, you know, it feels like it's part of the story. I would probably have 3 two-parters, an opening two-parter, a mid-series two-parter, and a 2-part finale. Yeah, I would love actually to do a Davros only story, and I actually do have an idea for that. And I actually do have an idea for a Davros story, which I actually have written, but I never actually finished making it, but it's called Intensive Care. Or is it? I can't remember what it was called. I can't. Just a sec. I'm gonna have a look, see what I actually called it, because I can't actually remember. Because I remember I recorded like 3 minutes of it, so I'm actually gonna have a look to see what I actually called it. If my hard drive decides to wake up. Come on, Windows. What the fuck are you doing? I know I'm just pausing here, having a fuss about. I really want to know what I called it. That's lost stories. Where the hell is it? What did I call this? Because I actually did plan to do a Doctor Who. Rehabilitation, I called it, okay? I called it rehabilitation, that's what I called it. I thought so. Rehabilitation was going to be a Davros and Doctor only story that I would plan out, which would be Davros basically taken into therapy, and his mind is wiped, and basically he's then basically brainwashed into basically thinking that the Daleks are evil, but the Doctor thinks, obviously that's, despite wiping his memory and now thinking that the Daleks are evil, Davros will still end up doing the same as he always does, and it would kind of be a story like that, so that will be a story I'd like to do. I'd also like to do a proper Cyberman story, and when I say a proper one, I mean a one where they're not the sub-tier villain. Like, where they're actually the main villain, and I would want, a cyber leader or a cyber controller back in it properly. We kinda got that with the lone Cyberman, whose performance was really good. It was probably one of the best parts about this. Who actually reminded me a lot of David Banks, actually, his performance. So yeah, I'd love to see that. Otherwise, I would also, basically, I would make the focus on the story itself, and not on shoving a political message half-assed down your throat. Like, it would be about the stories themselves, telling a fun, interesting, a fun, enjoyable story, because above all, what I look for most, this is with anything, whether it be films or anything like TV shows, anything like that, the number one thing they have to be, whether they're good or bad, they have to be entertaining. I will sit through a bad film or a bad TV show if it is entertaining. I will sit through it again and again and again if it is got some entertainment value. If it's got entertainment value, then yeah, I'll watch that over and over again. I mean, I've probably watched Time Flight more times than I've watched probably the Matt Smith era. And I'm not going. And Time Flight is not a good story, but it is many things, but I wouldn't call it boring. It's bad, but boring? Nah. Just don't be boring. Okay? Also, don't try to deliberately piss off the viewer either. That would be another thing. Because Chris Chibnall, he kind of does deliberately try to piss off the viewer. There are certain moments and certain lines where you can tell that was written simply just to piss off your viewers. That was written in there simply to piss them off, and you can tell that. And you can also tell by the way he's acted. On Twitter, sorry, I'm just getting some notifications there. Anyway, that was a bit of a long answer, but yeah, that's essentially what would doing that if I was to take over. I would also bring over Big Finish writers. Yeah, I'd bring over a lot of Big Finish writers over there, particularly John Dorney. John Dorney, definitely bring over. And also, get Nicholas Briggs to write a fucking Dalek story in the new series. Why is that still not happened? Why is Nick Briggs, never being asked to write a Dalek story for the new series? Now, I understand if they ask him and they said, oh, I'm too busy doing Big Finish, okay, but come on. Who knows more about the Daleks than him? Because he has written some fantastic Dalek stories for Big Finish. He's written some so-so Dalek stories, but he's never written a bad one. And the dialogue is normally pretty good. But yeah, he's written, one of his crowning achievements is To the Death and the first Dark Eyes. So, maybe get Nick Briggs to write a Dalek story? Oh, anyway. Moving on. The Monsters of Monsters. As much as I would like the Paradigm Daleks to be released again, it's extremely unlikely due to the lack of their on-screen appearances. No, they will re-release them. I can pretty much say so. If we do get to that point, where the history of the Daleks, they've gone all the way up to the Matt Smith era, yeah, they probably will. What was that noise? What the fuck is that noise? Oh, it's my brother on his Xbox shouting. But yeah, basically, Paradigms, I doubt they'll do all 5 of them. But I mean, they might, but I doubt it. But they probably will do at least the Supreme and the Drone. Mainly because they're the two kind of most popular ones that were kind of released. Because the Supreme, you've always got to have a Supreme, and the Drone, we have loads of drones, so figures that they'll probably do that if they do any of them. Yeah. Also, my toolbox makes a very good footrest because it is the size of a fucking suitcase. You know what? I'm going to go on a quick tangent here. So, for those who, because I actually got someone actually asking me on Twitter recently, hang on, let me just find your name. Who was it? Frankie's Monster, there we go. On Twitter, actually recently asked me a question on how to fix his 18-inch Dalek Sec. Because the dome was having an issue, and I did do a video explaining how to fix it, but there was a specific issue, and I told him basically what I do. But something you should have, every person should have, whether you're a Doctor Who fan or not, is a proper set of screwdrivers. No, not sonic screwdrivers, though you should have them if you're a Doctor Who fan, but an actual proper set of screwdrivers, because like stuff with, the radio controlled Daleks, Palatoy, or even if you want to, take Daleks apart or customize them, always grab this out. Have a set of tool screwdrivers. Now this thing is heavy and weighs a fucking ton. It's huge, but yeah, this is my toolbox, which has all the stuff I use for when I ever need to repair anything or take anything apart. It literally just houses everything. In fact, it opens up on both sides. But yeah, just have a good set of screwdrivers if you ever have problems with your Daleks and that. That is just generally something you should just have. Because, believe me, it just makes life a lot easier. You don't have to have something not nearly as big as that, but, just some decent stuff. You don't have to spend what I did. Well, they were Christmas ones, but yeah. Always have a good set of them. Number one life advice. Maybe not number one, but number one day-to-day living, kind of. Because who knows, now I can actually assemble a cabinet if I need to. See, little reference there. Anyway, let's pull the chair back in. Oh, here we go. James Sutton. Here's another. James Sutton asks me another would you rather. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Well, actually, to be honest, I'm more entertaining. To be fair, though. Would you rather never watch Got To again or never watch porn again? Oh. Never watch porn again. Because, you know, let's just say I have a very active imagination, so I'll be okay. But yeah, Doctor Who, no. I need to be able to watch Got To again. To pretend that I'm not in this real life anymore. Arthur Willing says, Diet lemonade is the best drink on the planet. Nah. Personally, one of my favourite drinks is raspberry Pepsi Max. I really do like that. Although I do love Slur. I do love red grape Slur. That is lovely. I always have it on a special occasion. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, here we go. James Sutton says another would you rather. Would you rather watch your parents have intercourse every day for 10 days or joining once and never have to watch again? Watching intercourse every day for 10 years. Oh God. You know what? I'll watch it for 10 years. At least it's not life. Because at one point I'll become so desensitized to it that it won't matter. And I won't care. There's the logic in that. And to be honest, sometimes I can just be sitting there and just blankly staring because I'm literally thinking of something in my head. So, yeah. Oh, Adjoing Joe asks, Doctor Who returns on drama were fun to watch again. But it feels like the show is dead currently. You shaved. Yeah, the reason I shaved and had a haircut is because I had a job interview. So, to be honest, I didn't actually need to shave. I didn't actually think of the foresight because I didn't actually need to shave. Because I was wearing a face mask. So I didn't need to shave. I had to have the haircut, obviously, but I didn't actually need to shave. But, it'll just grow back longer and thicker than ever. Doctor Who being currently dead? Not really. It kind of feels the same for me. Because to be honest, for years I've been more hyped up for Big Finish releases and the Blu-ray box sets and the animations. Excuse me. So to be honest, it's kind of just the same. Yeah. And I felt kind of like that even during the Peter Capaldi era. To be honest, yeah. Jake B, 12 episodes again. I'll be honest, if it's going to be 12 episodes of shite, nah. Yeah, just Chris Chibnall and his crew go on and on about how much work they have to do. They've done barely any work in 3 years. They've done 2 series in 3 years, and they're not doing another series. There won't be another series until 2022. So, 3 series in 5 years. And you've done less episodes as well. So, I don't know why you and the crew that you've currently got are complaining so much about, so much workload. I'll be honest, you've got a lot less work and you're getting the same amount of pay. Like, you literally do one series, then you're just like, we've got to take a year off. And then you do another series, it's like, we've got to take another year off. And that wasn't COVID, that was before. People think, it's COVID that caused that. No. Chris Chibnall had already said and hinted at that he was going to take 2021 as a break and come back for a series in 2022. So, for people who don't think Chris Chibnall is lazy or is out of ideas, there you kind of go. Just kind of half-arsery kind of stuff. I mean, there were years where you'd have breaks. But I mean, Russell D. Davies, you had 4 years, then a year break with Moffat. Moffat was a little bit weirder because you didn't really have a full break. You had sort of a break during 2012-ish, because they split the series in half over 2 years because they were working on the 50th at the same time. But we did still get Christmas special, and that kind of compensates and other stuff. So, but then we obviously had the 2016 break. But yeah, nowhere near as many as what Chris Chibnall does. Arthur Billing, if they made a new series, Dalek Emperor from series 1 finale, how much do you reckon it would cost? Now that depends. It depends whether they actually do it in scale with the 5-inch figures. Because if they did it in scale with the 5-inch figures, it would be fucking massive. Or if they did it kind of like what Eaglemoss did and didn't really do it, because the Eaglemoss isn't really in scale with that other stuff. So I'd say if they did it like, the size it should be at, which is about 3 Daleks in height, really. Say the height of 3 bronze Daleks. I'd say that would probably be at least £30. More likely 50. At least. I mean, if they did, I would certainly buy it, but I'm gonna bet you it would have been at least 30 quid. More likely 50. At least. Heck, could even push 70. Oh, got someone else. Sarah Dir... I think that's how you say that. Apologies if I'm getting that wrong. I've been to 9 B&Ms now and I still haven't found any of the recent sets. All I can say is, well, what I normally do is rather than go to B&M after B&M after B&M, have on your phone the product codes ready there and then. Ask one of the employees, basically ask them, say these words precisely. And you might have to ask a couple of employees because some of them can't be asked, but some will. But basically say to them, excuse me, I've got a product code here. Will you be able to tell me when you're getting this in stock? If you get one of these product scan guns. That's what they call them, the guns. And what they'll do is they'll put the product code into the gun and they'll basically tell them we are getting a delivery on this date, or no, we are not getting a delivery at all. And that's generally what I do. So then I only have to go to one B&M most of the time rather than several. Although generally, if one B&M in your area is getting a delivery, chances are pretty much all of them will be getting a delivery on the same day or around the same time. So yeah. Oh my god, we've got the toy box of Rassilon. Hello. I'm shocked that people think it's fake. Yeah, it's not. That's all I'm going to say on that. It's not fake. It is real. I mean, it was heavily rumoured. I say rumoured, leaked, because of the US store leaking it back in, what was it, July? August? Something like that. Like, it wasn't long after the first, proper wave of sex came out, so yeah, it's not shocking at all. But, it's more to look forward to, because to be honest, I was debating whether they actually come out this year or they'd save it until like January, February time next year. Oh, dear me. Arthur Billing. Would you be? Who would be your top 3 actors' choice to play the 14th Doctor? Doesn't have to be realistic. Let's have a think. The thing is, half the time you don't really know. Because to be honest, I think Michelle Gomez would have made a good Doctor as well as because she made a great Mask, and she's very good at playing villains. She is very good at playing villains. So, yeah, it would mean I've heard her. But in terms of other people, I don't know. I'm trying to think of someone. Actually, Larry Lamb. I would like Larry Lamb, or someone like, or maybe a little bit old now, but Alan Armstrong. I would like to see a proper older Doctor again. But yeah, or Amanda Redmond. Actually, I would like to see, yeah. So yeah, here we go. Top 3: Amanda Redmond, Larry Lamb, and Alan Armstrong. And if you know me, you know who those actors are and what show they were most famous for. Well, actually, not Larry Lamb, but Alan Armstrong and Amanda Redmond. God, after wearing a mask all day, it's giving me a really itchy nose. Yeah. Adoring Joe. Didn't Jodie have the baby blues that postponed the show for a year? That was actually after. They were already planning. Plus, also, if that was the case, there are also ways to work around it. There are actually ways to work around it if that was the case. But, generally Chris Chibnall, he is known for taking gaps when he does a series. He generally does a series, sits on his arse for a year, then comes back. They allow eBay sellers to clear the shelves and the website. Well, all I gotta say to that is you've got to be quicker and faster than the eBay sellers, and you've got to have absolutely no life. Oh dear me. Yeah, Toybox Rassilon is apparently it's coming in November. Yep. And I won't be shocked. Well, I am going to B&M on Friday on my birthday, so I will actually ask them since we do have the product code. Since we have the product code, I'm gonna bet that it's probably gonna come in on, like, to be honest, it'll come in on a Thursday or Friday sometime in November. Let's have a guess. Because the thing is, it'll be no later than mid-November because they'll want to beat the Christmas rush. So actually, I'm going to have a look at my calendar. And just have a look at November. Alright, here's my prediction. 20th of... the 19th of November or before. So 19th/20th of November or before. Okay? That is my prediction. Because they won't want to release it the week after that, because that's the last week in November, plus Black Friday, so they won't want to, shove new stock in then. And they'll obviously, you got to get it out before December. So I'm going to say that, 19th of November or before. Because they'll want to get it out before Christmas. Because that is just how retail works. You've always got to get something out before December, to beat that Christmas rush, to get in people's minds. And there you go. And the fact that it's already out in Australia just shows that, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out next week. Put it this way. Yeah, well, been that, but no price. Actually, yeah, the price. I can tell you what the price is going to be. It's going to be £20. How do I know this? How do I know it's going to be £20? Very easily, because we know the Australian price, and the Australian price is $80. And the Australian price for all of the Dalek 2 packs was also $80. So, which is actually equal to £40 here in the UK. So, in the US and America, all the Dalek sets and everything, they're all £40 equivalent. So, there's no doubt it's going to be 20 quid. It's going to be 20 quid. It doesn't make sense to make it cheaper. So, yeah, 20 quid is pretty much, like, to be honest, that isn't even a guess. That is, I'm pretty sure I'm bang on the money with that one. 20 quid is going to be the price. Which is kind of fair, but to be honest, when you can get 2 Daleks for 20 quid, if they've thrown in maybe an accessory, something, for the money, just like a sonic screwdriver or anything, just like help to justify that a little bit more. Just like, come on, maybe. I mean, if they gave Davros the new head sculpt that he should really have, then I would have had no qualms and actually would have been more excited for it. But they haven't given him the new head sculpt, unfortunately, so that's a shame. But yeah. Ooh, Arthur Billing says, how many character options 5-inch Daleks do you own? I haven't a bloody clue. No, I'm not joking when I say I don't have a clue, because I stopped counting years ago. Like, after I reached 200 odd, I stopped counting after that, and that was like 2010 or something like that. To be honest, I stopped counting years ago. Like, to be honest, my TV unit, which I will take I will take a picture of my TV unit and share it with you. Actually, so because unfortunately I've only got the laptop camera, so there we go. So take a picture of the TV unit, because that is actually full of Daleks and actually contains all of my Product Enterprise 6.5-inch talking Daleks, apart from the boxed ones I've got. But yeah, this will be actually, when I share my screen, this will be actually a rare look at what I actually look at properly. If this actually backs up. Come on, I want to be able to share it with all of the viewers. Good. Here we go. So, if I turn on display capture. Alright, so this is what I'm actually looking at here. So, yes, it is a mess of wires, because you try getting behind a 55-inch OLED TV. Whoa! God, go back. Actually, this is fine. So, we've got Sonic Lipstick here, but literally this section, there's loads of Daleks just in there. They're basically most of my loose Daleks, most of them are in there. There's loads in there. At the bottom here, we've got more Daleks. There's a Product Enterprise Davros. All the Product Enterprise Daleks behind there. I've just moved the laptop screen out the way. Oh dear, that wall is a bit manky. You can see Forbidden Planet sets there. You can't actually see behind the TV anymore, but there's literally figure sets behind there. The reason you can't see them anymore is because that TV is larger than my previous one. Oh, look. But yeah, this is what I look at most of the time, actually. This is what I watch Doctor Who on, and it looks amazing on here, actually. Always watch on the best, screen possible, but also good audio. Don't listen to Doctor Who episodes on built-in TV speakers. Like, seriously, I've got two options. Like, I've got a soundbar here, but I've also got a mini hi-fi on top of my wardrobe from when I'm on my bunk bed. So, yeah, a lot of people forget about audio. Good audio is important. Like, usually more important, actually, a lot of the time. So, yeah, make sure you always have good audio. 23rd of November would be neat for the release. Yeah, but I doubt it. Let's see, when's 23rd of November? That's on a Monday. No. They never ever come on a Monday, at least not where I live. Now, I always call my B&M the Golden B&M, and the reason why is because it always seems to get them in either early or generally before most of them, and I don't know why. Is it just the area I live in? I don't know. But generally, the B&M I go to, which is B&M Kingston Park, Newcastle, that is the one I go to. And that one generally always seems to have them in, and the staff in there seem to recognise me. I wonder why. Is it because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a bit distinctive in my fashion sense, or maybe it's because I always go straight to the bloody Doctor Who figures and always pester them about them, which I'm sorry to them about this. Apart from that woman who's a bit of an arsehole, and her I'm not sorry to, because if you're an arsehole towards me, then yeah, I'm not sorry for pestering you then. So yeah, obviously the price is going to be £20. We usually have before release. Raw Cookie says great angle. Yes. Will you ever make a Dalek collection tour? No. And the reason is simply because there's that many. In fact, actually, you know what? There's just that bloody many. I mean, actually, I'll take a picture of my wardrobe, my legendary wardrobe, and we'll play a game called Spot the Daleks. But yeah, there's literally just stuff all around. There's Doctor Who stuff like all around me, and it's not all at home. A lot of the stuff is at my granny's. Some of it is at my nana's. So, to be honest, it would take ages. Plus, some of it is also in the loft. Some of it I forget where the fuck I've put it. I mean, there's literally. I mean, if you look to me on this side. There's literally loads of stuff going up to the ceiling here. So, yeah, the biggest problem I have when it comes to collecting Doctor Who stuff is storage space more than anything else. Like, I don't have a lot. I've literally got my room and my room at my granny's and my room at my nana's. Well, when I say my room at my nana's, I really just mean a top cupboard. But yeah, I'll show you the picture I just took. There we go. So yeah, so this is the picture I literally just took. So this is on top of my wardrobe currently. So you can see here, like this was cleared out last year. this top shelf of the wardrobe, and I do plan to do the same with the other one. But in here, you can see there's Palatoy Canines, there's the B&M sets from last year, not even last, yeah, some from last year, some from the year before. Ooh, radio controlled paradigm arcs, and these go way back, like, I think if you watch my first Dr. TARDIS review, the updated version that I did a few months ago, literally, if you remember, I had to take literally loads of things off of here, and you know there is just tons of stuff on here, so no, I don't want to risk taking everything off or knocking things off. You can see there, got a fourth Doctor scarf on there, but yeah, the problem is there is just that much stuff there. There is just that much stuff. That's the mini hi-fi I was talking about. That's what I listened to Doctor Who and whatever I'm watching on the TV when I'm on my bunk bed. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, unfortunately. So it unfortunately would just take far too long and be far too key. I mean, there's stuff on the windowsill as well, even. So unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. So sorry about that. But to be honest, a lot of the stuff is also a lot of doubles because I am an army builder. Like, not just of Daleks, I army build Cybermen as well. Generally, I never buy one of it. Generally, I'll always buy two of everything, normally. Like, one to open, one to keep sealed. I've kind of given up doing that with the 3-packs because I really don't care. It doesn't mean that much to me to have a second locked TARDIS. That's different, but with 3-packs, nah, just the one's enough and open. That's fine. Oh dear me, I've a bit lost in the comments. There we go. Toybox of Rassilong says, blah, 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 blah. Oh god, I've lost my place again. Have you ever seen the Eastern Galactic Park, or is it just me? I've seen mock-ups of it, but I haven't seen any official images, actually. Although seeing that, you know what? Seeing that, let me check. But let me check my Twitter to see if there's anything new. Big Finish, I just but no. I mean, to be honest, it is pretty obvious what it's going to be. I'm hoping they don't mess things up. I'll be interested to see if they actually include all of the accessories that were released with the original Remembrances. If they do, perfect. We do know it's coming with the rocket launcher, and I think the baseball bat. I think. It would be nice if it came with the other accessories, like the backpack and the swappable arms, but I doubt it. As long as it's just the regular jacketed arms, then that's fine by me. I don't have the original Remembrance Ace, though I do have the Silver Nemesis Ace, which in some ways is better, in some ways isn't. What I think is better about the Silver Nemesis variant is the way her jacket is on that figure. Her jacket is, her sleeves are pulled up a bit more, which is how she wore it most of the time. Yeah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Have you seen it? What's it like? It's like you expect. I was shown it by a friend a while ago with the 12th Doctor set. Okay. So, yeah, I will be interested to see if it does come with those accessories. We know the rocket launcher, so... I mean, to be honest, rocket launcher, great. Baseball bat, even better. Backpack, you're really spoiling us. Other arms, oh, let me just get down on my knees, open my mouth, and you do what you want, Mr. Dwyer. what the fuck am I doing? This is what happens when you do a live stream for over an hour. You go a bit mental. If I wasn't already that. Like I see, it's not been online, just in my I thought that said just in my dreams for a second, but just in your DMs. I've been asked not to show anything, but they said it's alright to talk about it since the news is out. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the publicity images that we've actually got now, because we've actually received some publicity images, a lot of it is just reuse. I think the Davros looks like the radio-controlled Davros, actually, in the publicity image that was first shown, so yeah. You know what the sex look like? That's a shame, I really want to see it for myself. I'll be interested, actually, I would like to know more information, but I won't pry you. I mean, to be honest, it will be released at the same time as the other one. Or just about at the same time, maybe a couple of days apart, but they will be released at the same time. At the same time. Torx Rassalong says, yeah, it's called the Core Hill School. Very good title. It couldn't be called when Ace used a motherfucking rocket launcher. Just like, nope. Just like, no, that is the Core Hill School set. And the getting nice looks like it's normal, except the mold was changed. Wait, looks good, and the Dalek is normal. So the mold is changed to mesh. Oh dear. You mean like this? Because this, when they did this, I was wondering if they permanently changed the moulding. And if that is the case, then they most likely have. Either that or Alduar is doing variants for the sake of variant again. But yeah. It was supposed to be, smooth before, but yeah, I'm just using, obviously this is an Imperial, but I'm just using this as an example. But I'll be more interested in the eye. You might not, and I'm assuming you might not be able to see it from the pictures. Does it still have a blue eye? So, and you know what? Let's see if I'll get my brother in, because he might actually want to know this kind of stuff. So we'll see. We'll give my brother a ring and see if we can pull him away from his Xbox. Because you lot liked it when my brother was on last time. I can hear his phone ringing. But we'll see. I can bet you his phone is going. Hello?
What?
Do you want to come on the live stream?
No.
No? Just a quick thoughts. I've got a person on here who has seen the Remembrance set with Ace and has basically confirmed that it is a regular Imperial.
Okay.
But they've fucked it up by putting mesh on the shoulder section.
Right.
So they've made it more inaccurate. Again. So do you have anything quick to say to people?
Not impressed.
Not impressed. But will you still be buying it? Probably. Okay. Alright, I'll let you get back to your Xbox.
Alright,
Bye. So yeah, there's an expert opinion on that. Not impressed, but you'll still buy it. Yeah, I'll still buy it as well. We'll see. But yeah. That sounds so epic. I've been waiting for more Imperial Daleks for ages. Simon Viral says, still no sign of the new sex in my local B&M. Are you talking about the one that was just announced? Well, I say announced, or are you talking about the October sex? Because in which case, all I can say is keep checking your B&Ms, have the product codes, give them the product codes, ask them when they're getting a delivery in. The Monster of Monsters says, so it's even more inaccurate. Bugger. Thanks, Simon. Visual message retracted. Toolbox of Rassilon. There being images not just shared online yet. Wondering if you might have seen them, as some people have. The mock-up I did was exactly right. I haven't seen any. Unfortunately, so no. I've seen a lot of mock-ups. Not all the accessories though. Again, expected that. Just the RPG and the sealed bag. Then again, the baseball bat might be in the bag and you just can't see it. That could be a possibility, but I don't know because I haven't seen the image. But it's weird that they would include the backpack, but not the baseball bats. Because to be honest, I would have rather the baseball bat than the backpack. Well, you know, I'll take what I can get. Oh, go on. Arthur Willing, I'm so pleased it's not the destroyed Imperial. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, we would have got the Imperial anyway, and I have no doubt they'll probably do a re-release later on, but, yeah, it means that we're going to have all I know is we're going to have a ton of Ace figures flooding eBay, because people are going to buy loads of them to army build, including myself, and a lot of people are just going to sell their extra Aces on. I won't, because I don't do that, because I keep everything. So, yeah. Toybox of Rassilon. Again, I'm out of breath here. Just so much talking. Al said he wanted to change it, but it was out of the budget as the mould was changed. So, yeah, as I mentioned, once they change a mould like this, once they change it, that is it. And that is why, for stuff like the battery compartment on the TARDIS sets, on the B&M ones at least, they didn't get rid of the battery compartment and speaker grill, because the reason is because they didn't want to make that permanent, because once they, you know, change a mould or alter it, that's it. They'd either have to make a new mould or alter it again, which would cost more money. So that's why they decided not to have done stuff like that. But like I said, with the B&M TARDISes, either make them electronic or just get rid of the battery compartment and speaker grill if you have no plans of doing electronic TARDISes. Like you did the 13th Doctor one. But that was like, hang on, 8, nearly 9 years later. So, you know, come on. Monster Monsters. I'm glad it's not the Destroy Imperial, but I'm disappointed. Toybox of Rassilon. And as accessories go, is limited because of the budget. At least we're getting some accessories, unlike the other sect, which is weird. Because Daleks are more expensive than Davros. Davros is cheaper to make than a Dalek, simply because there's less parts. Because one of the reasons Daleks are more expensive to make, I'll just take this Resurrection one as an example, is just because this is made of a hard, solid plastic. Basically, nothing is a soft PVC other than, you know, sometimes the plunger and maybe the gun on the eye, but most of it is a hard plastic, which, as we all know, is more expensive. But also, there's many parts. Basically, this Dalek is made up of several parts. There's the base, gun, eye, plunger, all the different neck rings, all the different pieces of mesh rings, the slats, then these two sections that are two separate halves. Then you've got the front section here. You've got the dome lights. You know, there's quite a bit of parks that go in this. And plus, you need at least, like I say, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think it's 11 screws a Dalek uses. And they're not all the same size. So, yeah, that's the reason why Daleks are more expensive. Just because they use more parts. And generally, they're more expensive parts. So there's a fun fact for you there. I is accurate. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm assuming they've either done it chrome or white. Or something like that. I guess Courageous Alpha. Hey Six Sec, do you ever think Character Options will do a classic series TARDIS playset? It could be a crowdfunder. One character will not do a crowdfunder. Because they just won't. They're not a big, you know, they're too big of a company to do something like a crowdfunder. They're not like a small little independent company. I mean, you could argue that the B&M TARDISes are kind of a playset. Oh, right, I know what you mean. Okay, oh, sorry, I'm getting you wrong. The interior, the console. Nah, they probably won't. If they did, great. But if they ever do not make it out of cardboard, because then why fucking bother? Like, if you do decide to make a classic series TARDIS console, you know, which would shock and horror all of us, if you make it out of cardboard, you might as well put that cardboard right back into the shredder and reuse it for something else. Because, yeah, those Time Zone playsets, I actually still see them in places like TG Hughes. There's actually still a couple in there, so yeah, no more cardboard playsets ever. Just no. Like, if the cardboard of the box is thicker card and better quality card than your playset itself, then you've got a problem. Anyway, Topics of Wrestling says, I've seen the whole set and I've not seen the baseball backs and just the seal bag so far. Okay, Tom asks, looks like you're losing weight, mate. Yeah, I've actually lost 1 stone, 1 pound in the last 6 weeks. So yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this so you can skip this bit if you're not interested. But I was 18 stone and 13 pounds. I am now 17 stone and 12 pounds. So I basically just lost just over a stone. So yeah, oh, that is clearly Lananarchy. There's one. So we'll go on that for now. Talk Express Long says they've gone with the black and gold Ice Hawk. It shouldn't be black. I'll admit, if the gold in the center is if the pupil is still gold, I'll accept it. But it shouldn't look black. At no point does the eye ever look black. I mean, the eyes are chrome. So basically, you've got two options what you could have done with it. Really, you could have done what Product Enterprise did and did it silver. Or you could do what Eaglemoss did and painted it white. Actually, no, did Eaglemoss paint it white or did they paint it black? I think they painted it black, I can't remember. But either of those would have been fine. Black. At no point does it ever look black. It's just weird. Just weird. I mean, I don't really remember it ever reflecting off anything black in the episodes. So, I mean, if the people are still good, then it's still more accurate, but still really bloody odd. Is that correct? Do everything. Don't look like you're swinging thing going. Okay. Here we go. Arthur Billing. Imagine how good the history of the Daleks, remembering sex, will be if they dig standard Imperial and Renegade figure will be. Yeah. The only thing I'm thinking with that is that one of them will be more accurate than the other, because, and I'm gonna bring these out again. It's down to this. So, whether they decide to make the Renegade more accurate by having mesh, or whether they decide to have the Imperial more accurate by not having mesh. Because I doubt they'll do the 2 molds for it, they'll only do 1. So, I reckon that it probably... Oh, shit. Oh, shit, boys. I just broke a Dalek eye stalk. It was a Dalek that was already mostly... Oh dear, that just fell off and is just broke. Oh well, looks like I need a new... I mean, the plunger was already broken off this one, but yeah. That's fucking irritating, isn't it? If I do find the other piece of the eye, though, I could glue it back on, so... Yeah, it literally just fell off and hit the rear, because I keep bloody grabbing everything off and shoving it back on when it falls off. Anyway. Well, that's not fully charged. Okay. That would be great for army builders. Yeah, probably not. Message retracted. Okay. MA1208. I just joined the vid. Are some new sex out, or is this a rumour? No, they are out in Australia. At least the 12th Doctor one is. They're coming out in B&M in November. We don't know exactly when, but my guess is on or before November 19th. That's my guess, and I'm usually pretty good at guessing the dates on these. But yeah. Spam, bam, spam. There are 2 sets coming out in November. The Davros and the 12th Doctor set in Imperial Dance. Yep. Don't have images for the Imperial set though. Yep. Here we go. Toybox of Rassilong says there was a black and gold ice sculpt wrong, variant wrong. This talks actually. Check your Twitter DMs. Okay. Message requests. Accept. Oh. Can I show this image? Can I show this image? It's not much, but can I show this image? I see. Okay, that's where they've got the black eye from. I mean, it's still not black. It still should be cool. I can see. Okay. Even so, it's just like, yeah. Silver would have been better. But, Toybox or Rassilon, can I actually share this image that you've, can I actually show this image that you sent me? He is messaging me. You can show the image you're setting, I suppose, yeah. So what I'll do is, rather than share the screen, I'll literally just show it on camera. So there you go. I just showed. I realised what I just showed. Oh shit! I realised what I just showed wasn't the proper image. I'll try that again. There you go. There's a look. Oh, I'm good at this. Good at this. You didn't think I used to do IT support, but oh dear me. I forgot where I was on the thing. Check your Twitter. Image. The black eye. Are you allowing him to show the monks of monks? I've got a subscription for the suspicion. Sorry. I've got a suspicion. The Remembrance set will include the Special Weapons Scark and Renegade Supreme. Yeah, that is possible. That is possible. But then again, what do you do for the other Remembrance set? Because there'll have to be at least 2. Because you'll have to have the Remembrance Supreme, the Remembrance Renegade, Special Weapons. So to be honest, it makes just sense to re-release an Imperial. And they might... Knowing Al Duarte, he'll probably do everything. I'm betting you, when it comes out in the History of the Daleks set, it'll be a Silver Eye. I'm going to hazard a guess. Actually, I'm more interested in what plunger and what gun does it use, actually, because does it use the funnel plunger or the original releases, you know, more rounded plunger with just the 2 basic cutouts? And also, does it use the proper straight gun that was originally used with the Imperial, which it should have, or does it use the inaccurate pinched gun? Possibly MA1208. I just go in the chat and I'm confused. There are 6 coming out. These numbers, they are not. No, these are not rumours. They are coming out. So, but you know, I would say just keep checking like stuff like Twitter, the Doctor Who merchandise page, Doctor Who figures online, stuff like that. Just keep checking stuff like that, because they generally update pretty regularly with stuff like that. Yeah, but they came out in Australia early. I mean, essentially, they must have got the shipment. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Remembrance set pop up in an Australian store literally in like a couple of days' time. Because generally, if they've got a shipment of one, they'll have a shipment of the other, and sometimes they don't come at the same time because they'll generally have like one, you know, delivery full of this set and then one delivery full of the other. You know, there we go then. Plus then we'll get the product codes, which is always happy. I mean, SOS. I'm a massive delay on the live stream, comments and vigs for me. It's exciting. Where's the chat going? There we go. Noise. You can see the image. Oh wait, so we can't see the full thing? No, we can't. Unless he sent us the full. No, he hasn't. So yeah, he sent me. He sent me a crop of it. Sorry, I guess I had to quickly answer an email about apprenticeships. So yeah, anyway, back to what we were doing. Anyway, because topics of wrestling, I don't want to show the whole image thing as they aren't really out, and I shouldn't be shared out. I suppose it isn't revealing too much and we don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. If it was me personally, I mean, we know what I do because I already did it. Because I was the first to discover the leaks on eBay with the sets that came out in June. And I literally just posted about me because I didn't care. I've actually said, I've talked to many friends about this, but I've actually said, if I found a missing episode of Doctor Who, I would do the thing that would piss off both sides of the party. If I found a missing episode of Doctor Who, I would scan it, restore it myself, and upload it to YouTube, which would piss off the collector's market because its value would plummet, and then it would piss off the BBC as well, because, you know, that they won't be able to make a fortune on it. And no doubt they'll probably copyright the video. But that's what I would do. just to piss off both parties. Just give it for free. I mean, that is what I did with the Doctor Who cassettes. I actually restored them and released them all as MP3 downloads with all the artwork scanned, which took over a year to do. And the BBC did the worst. Like, I still can't believe whoever at the BBC does the cassette for the special features on these Blu-rays, get a fucking better deck. Because seriously, when I was listening to some of the cassettes that you did, like for Power, when you released Power, the Power cassette on the special edition Blu-ray, oh my god, like seriously, it was giving me earache of how metallic it was sounding. It sounded bloody awful. It really did. It really did. Like, just get something nice from the 90s, or ask Techmoan. You asked him before, BBC. Come on, get better equipment. I mean, I thought the BBC's equipment was from the Stone Age. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant about something else. Back to wherever the hell I was in the comments. Correct plunger and gun, from what I know. So, good, that is good. So, technically, if you have remember, actually, I would say if you have the... Yeah, I'll say this. If you have either of the Remembrance original releases, then you could technically make the most accurate version by... You'd have to do a head swap because of the different way that the eyes are inserted. But you'd have to do a head swap, and then if you've got an original release, you'd have to do a bass swap, because I don't think the original one has the two-tone bass. And then swap the plunger and the gun, and there you go. Though the funnel plunger is very thin, at least on the original release. It is very thin, and the paint can chip off that thing very easily, which, you know, is not the best thing, especially if it's got stiff ball joints. Arthur Billet. Okay, that's... I'm just dying to see what that looks like. Talks to Rassilon. Like the previous releases, except up close, you can notice slight details and changes. Talks to Rassilon books. Ace, wow. She looks much better. Talks to Rassilon. It's because the images weren't shared by character or Al, but from a friend who asked me not to. Yeah. Who probably got it from Al. So, yeah. And in that pause, I'm going to have a drink again. Iberolic. Okay. My mind is completely blank, and what was I talking about? Oh, here's someone new. David Butler? Butler? David Butler. Which Doctor and TARDIS set would you want to come out next year? As I said before, and it's inevitable this will probably happen, an 8th Doctor TARDIS. Because it's really the only major one we don't have like a variant of at all. So it makes the most amount of sense. Plus it means they can re-release that original 8th Doctor figure if they wanted to. Or even do a comic book or Big Finish variant. Though I think they'll probably do the TV movie one. Just because. I mean, that original one is only being released in that 11th Doctor set way back in 2010. So yeah, it would be nice to have that re-released. I mean, to be honest, I think the TARDIS sets are starting to slow down a bit, and the reason I think that is because, I mean, look at stuff like this. 5th Doctor and TARDIS again. I think the signs are slowly starting to be there that, you know, they're starting to run out of ideas on what to release in terms of TARDISes, because at the end of the day, there's only so many you can do. And unlike Daleks, for the most part, like, you can release practically any Dalek and people will buy it. And people will buy loads of them over and over again. You know, even if it's got bloody inaccuracies, Exhibit A. But with TARDISes, no, not really, because people don't army build a TARDIS. Generally, what most people do is they'll either buy one, or if they're like me, they'll buy two for, you know, one to open, one to keep sealed. So, excuse me, I wouldn't be surprised if like 2022 maybe it'll be the last year they'll probably do TARDISes, or like put major effort into the TARDISes. But yeah, Talk about Rashford. Share the whole thing, and yet they got them from Al. LOL. Okay. Talk about Rashford. 1st, 6th, or 8th are the next ones. 6th, probably not, since they won't do a 6th Doctor. Unless it's a regeneration variant, which is possible, the regeneration 6th Doctor. And the reason because of that is basically Alduar have said that the 6th Doctor is too difficult to do because of the paint job. However, if you remember in the past, Alduar said we'd never get Dalek sex in the B&M line. He also never said we'd never get new head sculpts in the B&M line. He never said we'd get a lot of things in the B&M line. But you know, those things have happened, so never say never. But I doubt it, just because of at least not next year. Especially because, like, it won't be much of a variant from the 5th Doctor TARDIS, and releasing, you know, 2 5th Doctor TARDISes which are very similar to each other, and then releasing a 6th Doctor which again is incredibly similar to that one. Not really. 7th, I reckon, as I said before, it'll either be 1st, 7th, most definitely 8th next year. Now, something I would like to see a return of is the, which will probably not happen, is the pull to open door with the little phone in. They probably won't, though. But which has only ever been released on the 7th Doctor TARDIS, which is a shame. But what that is actually just a separate piece that is actually screwed onto the back. And actually, if you feel the inside of the left door of the TARDIS, if you feel the inside, you can actually feel the two little screw holes where that actually screws into. Oh, is he coming? You coming for a scream? No? Okay. But yeah, you can actually feel like those little holes. So they could add it in again if they wanted to. probably won't because it's extra money, extra costs, extra paint. So, yeah, technically the 5th Doctor TARDIS, you know, should really have it. But no. Likely the 8th Doctor the 1st. Likely the 8th Doctor the 1st. The 1st would be an unearthly child with the 1st episode, yep. New scope with... Yeah, so most likely it will have a new lamp. And it will have the blue border. Now, what technically it should have, really, is layers and layers of paint on it. But obviously they probably won't do that. So I'll be interested to see what they do with the St. John's ambulance badge. Because that was mostly covered over by paint. But you can still see bits of it in the show. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. But yeah. But it would be nice if you know, it would also be an excuse to release the cloaked 1st Doctor figure. They probably won't give him the walking stick or the skull, though. Maybe the walking stick, I don't know. Oh, yeah, they could do a David Bradley 1st Doctor. Yeah. Yeah, they could do a David Bradley 1st Doctor with a new head sculpt. Then again, I don't know if they have the rights to do him. I'm not sure if they have the rights to do him or not. I'm not sure if they have the rights to his likeness or not. We'll have to see. Toy box of Rassilon. 8th Doctor would be mostly a 13th Doctor TARDIS with a classic roof and lamp. I mean, the 13th Doctor TARDIS is just a classic TARDIS with a new roof and lamp. So, yeah, 8th Doctor TARDIS would be more similar, basically like more like a 7th Doctor, really. And it should have that bloody pull to open sign, but it probably won't. Arthur says, I'm sure we'll get the 6th Doctor eventually. Yeah. I mean, technically, the variants that they could do if paint apps were concerned is they could do a re-release of the real-time 6th Doctor. Because a lot of people really want that. They could technically do his Ultimate Adventure look. Because that is a more simplified version of his costume. And the reason that they could do that is because of Big Finish. Obviously, I've mentioned the Regeneration 6th Doctor. But yeah, don't know. Thing is, though, they still do the 6th Doctor. They can't do, but they still do the 4th Doctor scarf. I mean, even stuff like the tartan scarf they did and that. So yeah, weird. Although the print on the tartan. I'll actually grab it to show it. The pattern on the tartan scarf on this release here is printed on here. Whereas on the regular 4th Doctor scarf, even the B&M versions, it's actually painted, not printed. So yeah, and it is always obvious to tell when something is painted and something is printed. Generally is... Difficult says they could release a Peter Cushing saying 2021 with a new head sculpt. Yeah, but they won't because they don't have. Because for those who are unaware, they still do not have the license to the Peter Cushing movies, which is why we've got like the Jungles of Mechanus set, which is the closest we would ever get to movie Daleks from character. Now, which is weird, just like, I don't know why they can't get them. It's either a budgetary thing, which is very possible, or I've heard that they're just unwilling to give up the rights. The Terry Nation is saying they're just not willing to give the rights, stuff like that. So, I don't know, but it's really weird how Product Enterprise got the rights. Though then again, the rights then probably would have been next to nothing by then. In that time. Toybox Rassan, they can't do that. Yeah, they can't, unfortunately, they can't. Arthur Billing, do you think we'll get a Rani figure? More likely now than it was before. I would like to see a Rani figure. Yeah, possibly. I think if they were to do a variant, it would probably be... I don't know, I'm just thinking of what they could do. I mean, you could argue using the Sarah Peladon version and repainting that to make it look a bit more like the costume she had in Mark of the Rani. So, yeah, maybe. Then again, though, she did have different hair styles. Because in Mark of the Rani, she has it pretty straight, whereas in Time of the Rani, it's more outwards and almost frizzy in a way. Is that the right word to use? I don't know. They could possibly get away with reusing a Romana body and companion set of the third and fourth club. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah. And dear me, 2 hours and 16 minutes. And this thing is... I'm going to tighten this. Where do I tighten this, actually? Actually, you know what? How about I give you a sneak preview of what I will be reviewing. Actually, because I do plan to do... now, do these show my address anywhere? No. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just share my screen. Alright, so on my eBay purchase history. So, I won't click on them because it'll actually show my address. But you can see here, we've got 2 here. And I accidentally got 2 because I made a best offer on 2 different ones. And I forgot about the other one. So that's why I'm getting 2. One of these is actually for Christmas. But I'll review the other one in time anyway. But these are the Dapol movie Dalek. You know, although they never called it that. But the thing is, that was when copyright was a lot looser. And they literally just did a Peter Cushing movie Dalek. And gave it a Hartnell gun for some reason. But yeah, I can see these should be delivered pretty soon. The top one here, that's sealed, that one will be for Christmas, and this one is open, so yeah, I don't think there's any other things. Oh yeah, there's that bloody 4th Doctor TARDIS, and for those who didn't believe me, yes, I did pay £65, nearly just shy of 66 quid for it, which, you know, made me grit my teeth a bit, but don't regret it. I don't regret it, but yeah, that's just some stuff to come. Sorry, I'm just... Someone's trying to send me a message. I don't know. I am going to check though, just to see. No. Toybox or Aslan has not sent me another MX Secret League. It's like, no! Please. But we will see them sharply. I won't be surprised if tomorrow, or even later today, because, you know, that's Australian time. So I won't be surprised if, like, at, I don't know, 11 o'clock tonight, we might see another picture posted where it reveals, ooh, look, it's the Cohill School set. Ooh. And then we get to see that. But we all know what we need to do right now. We need to go to B&M, go buy some camping equipment, and just camp outside in the car park. Yeah. Yeah, camp outside in the car park. In autumn. When it's been chucking it down with rain, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's why you don't see urban camping in the UK. I won't lie, on some occasions it has been tempting just to camp outside a B&M for shits and giggles. I actually nearly did that once with the Big Finish vinyls. I nearly did actually camp outside an Asda. But I didn't. I've never done that, thankfully. Just always set your alarm clocks early in the morning. Oh yeah, that's right, we get Big Finish vinyls. Yeah, the next one we know of that's coming out next month, November the somethingth. I think it's November the 26th or something like that. We're getting a Time Lord Victorious Big Finish with the 8th and 10th Doctor, which will be released exclusively at Asda as part of their range. No word on pricing, but I think it's a single vinyl, 'cause I think it's only an hour-long story, so if it's an hour-long story, I'm going to bet it's going to be 15 quid. The thing is, I was wondering why the previous one was 20, and I was just like, why is this 20? And it was a double vinyl, so it's like, okay, that makes sense. So here's my guessing that's going to be... oh. Oh. You can't share... Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't share this. I can't share this. I really can't. But let me just see. Toyboxer Rassilon, thank you. He has sent me a picture of the eye. I can't share this with you, unfortunately. Can I show my brother it? He won't care. He won't care, probably. But, yeah. But, yeah, he has sent me a picture of the eye, and I confirm it is black. It is very black. It just looks weird. Like, to be honest, you know what? I can do the next best thing. Okay? I can do the next best thing. So what I can do is, since I can't show you it, Doctor Who. Dalek. Again. What I can do is Photoshop it. Yeah. I'll be honest, actually. There's a good picture of a one with an eye. Where is a good picture? Yeah, it's got the larger eye. Oh, that one. It's got basically the one that was introduced with the Necros Dalek and is literally black. But I would Photoshop, but I can't be asked now because you'll know what it looks like. I mean, basically, it is literally just that with black. Okay, okay. I'm gonna ask the chat. Should I? I'm going to ask the chat right now, should I Photoshop it so you can see what it looks like? Should I Photoshop it just so you can see what it looks like? So I'm then technically not showing the actual image. I'm just doing a Photoshop. Yeah, go on. Okay. Okay, so I just realised I've got the webcam on. I'm going to turn the booster fans on because I'm running quite a few things at once here. And yes, this is a very old version of Photoshop, but you don't have to pay for it. You know, on a bloody monthly basis. We'll save this image. Alright. A, B, C, D. What the? I thought you saved into pictures. Where the hell is it saved? D, okay. Okay, we all get to witness my epic Photoshop skills, which, you know, are excellent. And I have not... To be honest, I don't normally use this version of Photoshop. I actually use the Photoshop Mix. And the reason I use that is because I can use it on my tablets with a stylus. I've forgotten how you actually zoom in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so if I get a shape, and we will not make it blue, we'll make it black. That's about right. We'll zoom in more. Hang on. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, and we'll draw another one. That's about here, but we will make it. Not that, actually, where's the dip? I have completely forgotten how to use this version of Photoshop. I haven't used it for bloody years. Never mind, you get the idea. Where's the thing? Ah, there it is. To be that colour. Okay, there we go. Make it 200. There you go. That's what the eye would look like. That's what the eye would look like, people, so there you go. I'll give you a second to bask in that glory. But yeah, that literally does look... That is literally what the eye does look like. Which does look a little bit odd on an Imperial, just that black. But yeah, that is essentially what it looks like. So, yeah. Quick dippy doos. I won't show the display anymore, there we go. There we go. Well, yeah, so basically just a quick little look on what it looks like. So, anyway, the Monsters of Monsters says, I am quite disappointed with the new inaccuracies of the Imperial Guard, but at least we are getting one. Yes, though I would never have that attitude. Never ever have the attitude, oh, well, at least get something. Because with that attitude, things don't get better. If you don't point out complaints, like if you don't complain about things that are wrong, then they'll never get better. I mean, why would they? If you don't complain about something, then the companies and that behind it will just think, oh, we're doing good, everything's fine. Why bother changing anything? So, you know, complaining about things and that is necessary. Even if you still, you know, majority would recommend it and stuff like that. Like, for example, I have a lot of problems with these, but I would still recommend them. But, you know, if I didn't point out the flaws, unlike other YouTubers, and pretended it didn't exist, we all know who I'm talking about here, then, yeah, they would never get better, and they would just say, oh, right, well, people must love it then. So, that's what I would just say. Even if you just tweet about it, you know. Talking about the rap song. It's incredibly subtle. Didn't notice it at first. Pretty accurate. Why is it black? Well, yeah, the reason it's apparently black is because it's reflecting off the black walls in the archway where the Renegade Daleks and the Imperial Daleks first meet and fight. In fact, you know what? Let's bring up that scene, shall we? Yeah, let's bring up that scene. So, we get to see my incredible rips. So yes, if you don't know, I rip every single DVD and Blu-ray I own. So, if we go all the way up here, where's the Doctor Who? Oh god, oh look, there's the season box sets, Blu-rays. Where is Remembrance of the Daleks? Where is my rip of Remembrance? Remembrance of the Daleks Special Edition. So I'm going to have to mute this and extracting it by default. There we go. So if I go to the right scene... Ooh, it's gonna... Not that one. Wrong episode, people. Sorry, wrong episode. So... Where is it? No, further back. Back. Here it is. Okay, I'll pause it on the section when we get there. BBC, do not copyright. There we go. Okay, so if I make this full screen. So basically this is where they've got the black from. It is still a chrome eye, but since it's reflecting off essentially, you know, a darker environment because it's a black archway, that is essentially where they've gotten the black colour from. It's actually pretty cool. Just pausing it, just because you can see the grey, the death ray, as it shoots. Yay. Well, there you go. Actually, if you pause it, you can actually see the actor inside this one here. Yeah, you can actually see him through the mesh. Who is that? I'm going to guess that probably isn't John Scott Martin. I'm going to guess it probably isn't because he's normally the lead Dalek operator. And I think he was inside an Imperial during this scene. I think. I could be completely wrong. And there we go. So I don't remember it being like that in the story, but yeah, there we go. Robbie Martin says, it's silver though. Well, technically, yeah, I know, it should be chrome, technically. But yeah, they should have done it silver. But this is Aldebar we're talking about, a person who loves variants for the sake of variant. So, you know, the problem is with Aldebar is he's a person who doesn't take criticism very well, at least from what I've heard from people. Because whenever I've tried to... Because I have actually tried to message him before. and I was polite as possible, but I've either just got a generic reply back or no reply back. So, yeah. I guess we have in 2020. I'll take away good news, and we don't have the luxury of outrage. Yeah. Kenny Bacchus. Hello, Six Sec, Kenny. It's Silver, yes. I shall disappear into the void now. Farewell. Farewell, Toy Box for Rassilon. Farewell. Forever. Yeah. See ya. And this live stream has gone on a lot longer than I thought, actually. A heck of a lot longer than I thought. But, you know, it's Tuesday. Whatever the hell that means. Anyway, now I've done staring at me, play at my phone for a bit, I'm gonna say something I didn't say before. What I did, actually, you know what, I'm gonna show you something else that I did, that I planned to do, but never actually did do. And I'll turn off the cam for this, actually. Turn off. Yeah, something I did do, which... Where the hell is it? Shit, I can't remember where it is. Oh no! Something I actually did do was actually gathering different YouTubers' voices and having them say different things, because let's try and do music. No, I can't find it. Cannot find it. That's the problem, we have so many bloody files, you cannot find anything anymore. But what I actually planned to do for a video a little while ago was to kind of celebrate, really, was I actually went on different Doctor YouTubers and had the, for example, I went obviously Batman March, PB Props, Stew Bagful, and a few others I can't remember off the top of my head. Clever Dick Films, that was one of them as well. And basically I found bits in their videos where they make certain sounds, because I was going to put them all as part of a collection and have them sing Eiffel 65 Blue. Unfortunately, I did about 2 lines, and that took about 2 hours. I was just like, nah. It would be funny one day, though. Though, to be honest, I think the only way I could do it properly is if I had them actually say individual words. But that's something I want to do one day. Have all the Got To YouTubers sing Eiffel 65 Blue. Why? Because. Just have them each say a different word and then switch between them. It's like, why? Why not? So, back to the chat. Back to the chat, guys. Arthur Billing, how many new Imperial Daleks do you hope to get? At least 3. One will be to keep... Excuse me, one will be to keep sealed, the other 2 I'll open. But, yeah. Who am I kidding? I'll probably get 4. Who am I kidding? I'll get as many as I possibly... I'll get as many as I can afford. really realistically. What most likely will happen because of the time that they're coming out, I'll probably buy a couple for myself right now, and I might ask for a couple for Christmas as well. Like, just get them there and then, but, you know, have them be kept for Christmas presents. So that'll probably be what happens. Personally, Robbie Martin says, personally, I have 8, so I'm more looking forward to the Davros set. I've only got the Forbidden Planet Imperial from the Remembrance 4-pack release of like a standard Imperial, so I am really looking forward to this. Though the shoulder section is fucking disappointing, though, that the fact that they've done it with mesh. Budgetary or not, it's still a fucking pain in the ass, and no doubt I will be seeing things. I will be seeing things, alright? But, yeah. Other than that, other videos, as I said, I've got planned is, when I do receive them, I will be doing reviews on the Depol movie Dalek, and it'll probably be on my other channel, but I will be doing a birthday unboxing probably on Friday on my birthday, though I probably will do a video on this channel as well, because, you know, I've got some, you know, I plan to celebrate my 22nd very well this year. I plan to do what I did last year. I'm going to go to B&M because that is the best place to be on your birthday, so that's where I'll be going on Friday, so yay. I mean, to be fair, that's not even a joke. I will be doing that, and I probably will enjoy myself. Oh, Jesus. Robbie Martin says, I don't really think it would be a Scrying because it would sell less. Yeah, but then again, the Ace would have been reasonable. I mean, the fact is, the Ace and the Imperial Dalek are two figures that people really want, so having them both together, now that is just like a surefire sell. A surefire sell, so yeah, to be honest, that is no doubt on that part, that is definitely going to sell. I do use my hands a lot, don't I? Oh, I'm Max Smith. No, I was doing that before Max Smith. Talking with my hands. So, yeah, we've got to 43 minutes. One more question, actually. You know, one thing I'll ask you is, would you like me to actually show you how to rip Doctor Who DVDs and Blu-rays? Because if you want, I could actually show you right now. How many chase cards do you have? 3 of the re-release, and I have 1 of the original release. But yeah, if you'd like me to show you how you rip DVDs and Blu-rays to MP4 so you can watch them on any device, because that's normally how I do them. Now I can quickly show you that if you want. But I'll give you a second, because I know from the time I say things, there's about, I don't know, a 20-second lag. That's when this actually goes on there, on the net. What the hell's this? Sometimes I just do things and I look back and I just go, what the fuck did I just do? Yeah. So, anyway, if there's any more questions anyone would like to ask, then, oh, there's another one, please ask them now. Yes. But I think it should be a separate tutorial. yeah, I could make it a separate tutorial as well, but I can just quickly show you now. I just got on the live stream, but I could make it a separate video. There are hundreds of videos that do show you how, but here we go. So, display capture. Let's have a look at my desktop. Oh, isn't that lovely? So, the program I use for ripping Blu-rays is, and it rips DVDs as well, is called Make MKV. And it's a program that you get a 30-day free trial, but if you look online, you can actually find, if you register, you can actually find a product key online. Actually, if you literally Google it, you can find a product key because it's still in beta mode. So as long as it's still in beta mode, then you can have the program for free while still in beta. But I'll just grab a Blu-ray. I'll just grab a random Blu-ray to show you how. It's the same. It's the same if you're ripping a DVD. So this is for any DVD or Blu-ray. Obviously, you'll need a. If you're ripping Blu-rays, you'll also need a Blu-ray drive. I can also rip with this drive. I've got this thing. This is a 4K Blu-ray drive. I can also rip 4K Blu-rays, which is nice. But yeah, you literally pop the disc in. And it tries to play the disc, because I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this, I just want to pretend that I'm going to rip it. Because I've already ripped this Blu-ray. There we go. So, once it's ready, you click that. And it starts. Doesn't start ripping yet, it just like boots up every single file that is on there. But this is especially useful for example, you know, if you're going, for example, I actually use it mostly for like when I'm going on a trip, say Blackpool. I go to Blackpool every single year, and on the car journey there, I watch MP4 rips of Doctor Who and stuff like that. If you're only interested in ripping DVDs, actually, you could use, where is it? There it is, DVD Decryptor, which is a completely free program, which has been available for years, so that's fine if you just want to rip DVDs. Oh, bloody software's crashed, because I'm trying to do about 5 things at once. Yeah, the software doesn't like it when you've got like 50 things open at once, like I do, but anyway, once you have ripped those, chosen what files you want to rip, and it will rip them as a raw file. So what you then use is a program called Handbrake, which is this, and you basically use this to convert them to MP4s. It's got different settings, quality settings. I use very fast 1080p, unless it's a 4K Blu-ray. And then basically you get MP4. So, for example, this is how I can have. So there we go. There's some Doctor Who MP4s. But if I take a look at here, Season 18, Disc 6. Why not? Look, there's the behind the sofa segment. In full HD. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably do a better tutorial. If you want to do a tutorial, full proper in-depth one someday, then I can always do that. Why am I opening Publisher? I accidentally clicked on that. I do not want to open Publisher. Go away. Go away. But yeah. But it is useful. Plus, it's useful to have a backup as well. Plus, it means I don't have to pull out the discs every single time, because those Blu-ray box sets are fragile. Okay, Araz Kyron, do you reckon B&M Doctor Who figures prices will get reduced like last year? Here's what I think is going to happen. On Black Friday, I'm pretty certain that, you know, the sets that were released in June, they will get reduced. No, I've pretty much no doubt. The October ones, probably not though. I mean, they might, but maybe. In terms of that, you know, I mean, basically, when they will get reduced will be Black Friday. The Monks of Monsters, will you organise your collection one day? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest, probably not. I just don't have the room. So, if that ever does happen, it'll be probably when I move house. Also, I've just been sent this from a friend, Reese. If you go on the B&M app right now, you can see, oh look, it's the 12th Doctor and Davros sets, and there's the product code and all the shit. But yeah, the B&M app actually crashed recently. But we already had the product code and that anyway. As long as you've got the product code, then everything's fine, hunky-dory. We can all sleep sound, maybe. But yeah, if there's no more questions, I mean, if you want to add another question, then you can very quickly do it now. But otherwise, I think I might wrap things up because, to be honest, I need to stand up off this chair. I've been sitting on it for 3 hours. And I do really need to take a piss. So, yeah, overall, that's probably it for this live stream now. I basically I've been on, 3 times as long as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be on an hour at the most. But it turns out being nearly 3, so, yeah. Okay, we've got one more question here, so I'll quickly next that. Arise, Karen. The Red Movie Dark looking in the Capaldi episode could be a valid release. No, that will not get a release, and it's the same reason it didn't appear in that episode, because of the rights issue. So no, that will not get a release, unfortunately. Plus, it didn't actually appear. Technically, it didn't actually appear in the episode itself in the final cut. So yeah, no, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, that will not get a release. But yeah. Okay, so overall, that is it for this live stream. It has gone on a long time, but I will do another one. I'll definitely do a one after the new sets. The 2 new sets have come out, more than likely. And who knows, I might do one even sooner, depending on when they're released. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for this live stream. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. And I saw that last comment from Arise, Karan. I probably got that wrong this time. Bye bye.